going live now.
Beautiful.
Hello everyone, welcome to my Frogcast. This one is for Purple Room, and I know I've only been doing Purple Room recently, but that's because other people have been doing podcasts on my other games, so I haven't needed to. As usual, we'll be starting in the east with the Japanese nation of Uesugi. Probably butchered the pronunciation, but that's fine. No one except weebs care about how it's pronounced. So,
You don't have your music on,
I do.
do you?
Yes, at the moment it's a poem actually.
Oh. Alright, fair enough.
And then it turns into black metal. But anyway, Yasuji has kicked the Malayans out of living. Despite this, he's still got maritime ideas. Like, this is the most like fucking disgusting build I've seen in the history of disgusting builds. Like, just ditch maritime for the love of God. Take diplomatic or trade or something. And then you'll be a lot stronger. Trade will give you some income. Because your income at the moment is pretty bitch ass with only 600, despite nearly 4k dev. However, this is despite embracing and having enlightenment, which gives you like an actual metric shit ton of where is it? You got loads of coal. You know, you got some up here, you got some up here, you got some up here, one there. You know, all of this just means massive amounts of income. However, you're not utilizing it for some reason. It's probably because your trade is inted. You probably make more steering from here to there to there. And you definitely make more if you put some light ships in hang as well. And you collect your Malacca, which is surprising, but I guess you've got enough of it that it's worthwhile, and so it's not, you don't need to put that there. However, GB has got a firm hold. Oh, you're at war with them. Oh, that's why you're collecting. Okay, that makes sense now. Alright, yeah, you probably want to collect, you want to conquer the rest of this shit. And prevent the British from crossing. Also, your stack here is extraordinarily strange, given it's got 0 mercs, some fucking cavalry, and just a little bit too much artillery. And like, it honestly looks like you got a bunch of single player stacks just mashed up together. Ideally, you'd move these stacks closer to the forefront of the action. He can't recross over because you've got the forts here. So at the moment, you're safe to have all of them in one area, which is what you probably need. You've also 100 under your force limit, and you've got like 0 mercenaries. So, whilst in a player war, which is pretty hinting.
And that is only mercs that colony stacked.
Okay. Sure, whatever you say, white boy. But anyway, yeah, Isuji is in a very strong position. If they like, you know, actually had some better manpower, because at the moment they've got so much undevved stuff here that's just so good for deving. They've got these hills and stuff, and this stuff here probably not worth it, but still, you know, worth it. Just build the fucking universities and dev more. Once you've devved all this, you should have like 1.5 million or so. That's what my Ching had. My Ching was suboptimal to say the least, but I owned about the same amount of land and I had worse ideas. So yeah. But this next session is probably the last one, so you don't want to do any more deving, I guess. There's loads more accounting houses worthwhile building, loads of manufactories worth building, and basically no conscription camps, and quite a few training fields, but still like not enough. The next country is in the fashion of going east. Myself, Ottomans. I own from Bengal to Venice, and I steer most of the trade all the way there, with only a short collection stop here because someone's steering from Ragusa. I'm in the middle of the most stupid fucking war in existence of stupid fucking wars. I'm fighting against France and Swiss, and If you look at the numbers here, you know, I'm outnumbered by a decent bit. However, Swiss has more troops than France, and this is a France with 4,500 dev, and Swiss has more troops than him. Which is, you know, annoying when I'm trying to fight them in these fucking stupid mountains and they're refusing to push me. But, it'd be like that sometimes, and there's nothing I can do about it. Except sit here, you know. Man, if I'd have picked a proper war goal, I'd be at plus 40. No. If I just declared
Yep.
for Firenze, Arezzo, Mantua, anything I could defend and that they couldn't get to with ease. But no, I'm a retard and I have to go for fucking imperialism. However, they literally can't push me because I'm sitting on all the mountains. So it's literally just going to be a stalemate until the end of the game, because I'm not going to go bankrupt before the end of the game because I can take 163k loans because I've got 1500 income with a shit ton of devastation in my good land.
Why don't you tell us about your war with Vijanica and how they put up more of a hard fight than Jake, we heard?
Yes, so the Vidania AI had the genius strategy of making an 80k stack with about 20k cannons in it. Now, I was using 40k stacks with 20k in for 20k cannons because I couldn't be bothered to micro bigger ones and I didn't want to take too much attrition. And Vijanagar got a 3-star general with 6 fire and it just fucking wiped me. Not just once but twice as well, which is really annoying. So I ended up just making a big fuck off stack and inting them with it. And then we won. And then I truce broke them once the cores were done. And that's how I got more than 50% in Coromandel and Deccan. And nearly 50% in Bengal. Which would have granted me another merchant, which would be pretty useful right now. But for now we're stuck
Some
with this.
say you truce broke for AI.
I did. I truce broke the AI. And I won. Of course. And then I got a fucking one admin ruler. Like if we go into ledger here. Country. Previous rulers. You know, we had this, no, 2 admin. We had a 2-1-3. Then we had a 2-3-3, followed by a 2-1-3, followed by a 2-2-1. In the span of like 20 years, which is not that good. 30 years even. So during that time, I was making minimal amounts of admin, so I had to make a couple of client states when I'd rather just core it all to give myself a sexy name placement. Yeah. But for now, I don't need to expand. Like, I've got all the land in the world. I've got some spare states I was planning on using on some fucking land I took here. But like, I could just stay any old shit at the moment. But yeah, that's it for me. I'm one of the strongest nations, despite going trade. And I think that's because of the way the changes mercs. So at the moment you can see I've only got 2 available. However, I've only got like 250k or so.
What's your trade company build up in India like?
I've only built the trade steering buildings. I haven't bothered
That's
with,
quite junk, those
yeah.
ones. They're like milk
Um,
junk.
it's alright if you're steering through multiple nodes, which I was Coromandel to Gujarat and Bang Deccan, etc. It's better in Africa if you want to make lots of money. I also built the manpower one in this state here, I believe. Or maybe I didn't. No, I haven't built any in this state here, Kakwa. No, I've been really lazy with the trade company building because I was pretty sure I was going to go bankrupt at some point, and going bankrupt erases all of them, which is less than ideal. Yeah. I've got quite a few rebels to deal with at the moment, which is really annoying, but we'll work through it. It'll be fine, I'm sure. Whilst I'm stuck in this war, microing 2 million troops against the French and Swiss hordes. But yeah, on to the next country. It's going to be Dabe. Fucking Dabe, as one would say. Um,
Yep.
he fought the British scum, and he kicked them out of Russia, for the most part. Did this with my funding. So I was giving him, what's this? 300 a month in subsidies, literally keeping him afloat. Yeah. Um, and he's still got quite a few loans, and he slackened everything to fight the war.
Yeah.
And pushed all the way through fighting France and GB at the same time in a very strange battle of autism.
Hey Dave, I have a question. When I
Yeah.
accepted the pistol, was even a stab hit?
It was stab hits.
Okay, right.
I'll stop hitting you out because I was thinking to myself, this, like, I was now capping. I was in the manpower hole. I was like 800k down with max mercs, and I was slowly getting whittled. And I was like, I can't maintain this war forever. So Chris will. This is like the best opportunity I'm gonna have. I'll just stab, hit for what I can,
Hmm.
and maybe prepare for round two.
Yeah.
But
Anyway.
Chris wasn't too happy with us with the Orthodox rebels. We heard.
Now, I think what fucking Dave should do is collect in Novigrad, upgrade the sense of trade to 2 and 3, etc. He's got
He did that,
73%
and then
there.
I moved all my cheery chips
Yeah,
here.
he did that.
Okay, so you just
Yeah,
keep moving it around until you
yeah,
make
I've
more
been
money.
having to like match his
Okay.
merchants constantly.
Yeah, that's just something you
I
gotta.
can just build trade ships for like every single province now.
Wow.
Screw Dave.
The one big brain thing we did though was if you look at the Baltic, you see I made a Trade
Yeah.
Republic vassal,
Mhm.
gave them all the centers of trade, and now because they own it, I can upgrade all of them that I want,
Mhm.
which means they collect them, they give me all of their trade powers. It's like 400, so I can make absolute bank out of Baltic. But if I integrate it, I earn like maybe 5 ducats.
Yeah, as soon
Yeah.
as I seen you doing that, I knew you were gonna fight me. So that's when I stopped the subs.
Yeah, it gives you some 500 trade power though, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, considering it's just like 4 provinces, it's like fine to give away to make 40 ducats because I'm never going to make 10 ducats a month from those like 5 provinces, which just isn't worth it.
Hmm.
So I might even like explore this and like other games with more because I've said it before, but if you transfer trade and then collect, it
It's
doesn't
better.
apply your malus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dave is the strongest country right now. His only issue is money. But you know, I'm solving that. Pumpkin's income up to 1200. Um,
Yes.
now we wonder why that would be. On to Switzerland. Switzerland is fighting this war exceptionally papegally, and so is France. Now I've gone over this with him in the VC yesterday. However, I'm going to go over it again here today whilst I'm streaming. Switzerland has made the absolutely genius brain decision of not building these 800,000 free troops he could build. You know, that literally only costs him money, which is literally irrelevant. He's taken 0 loans in this war because he's getting 500 a month from fucking GB, fucking Chris, yeah, SMH my head. He's got nearly max marks. The last two won't affect the outcome of a battle, and we're at the point in this war where I've taken all that I can do in my initial blitzkrieg, and with my trickery and my outmaneuvering people, and my seeing where his cannon stacks are, and then assaulting a fort as far away from them as I possibly can, and getting there just on time. You know, I've done that. I can't do it anymore because each of you has got 3 cannon stacks. Like you got French one here, French one here,
Yeah.
French one here, Swiss one here, Swiss one here, Swiss one here. There's no forts that are not immediately defendable. So that means I cannot push. I can't create a distraction and push. Someone will notice, someone will say something, and it just becomes fucking impossible for either side to push in at this point. You can't push into my mountains. I'll just scorch earth and like win because I've got 2 million troops, and I can't push into you guys either because you guys have got mountains and hills and western pips and better ideas than me. Like you got fucking France with fucking defensive and full French, and he's fucking Protestant, which gives him morale as well. Also, I'm stuck here being Orthodox. It gives me discipline, which is nice, sure.
Did your
But,
did your general die in Gwenville? You should have attacked that
the general dying where?
Gwenville, or whatever it's called.
Sueno. No, I've been noticing when they've been doing that. It's not died. I just moved it somewhere else. And I'll just move it back if they attack me there, because I can scorch earth at any point.
Switzerland with 400 troops over force limit, quite Chad.
Yes, and he'd be losing 600 a month if fucking Chris wasn't paying him. You know, and then I'd have won this war of attrition, but no, fucking funding has to happen. Pepe hands.
You're something Dave though, so you
Yeah,
know.
so what?
That was
Dave
the
is
sequel.
Dave fucking sucks my cock. It's easy, okay? Anyway, fucking Dave, fucking Chris, and fucking Googly with 1.78 million manpower, 400 under force limit, 50k in the bank. He could recruit 1 million troops and just blitzkrieg me by himself, but he chooses not to. He chooses to force me to sit in these fucking mountains for 4 hours. Yeah.
time.
Yeah, good fun, you know.
Yes. Now we're just sitting there looking across the mountains.
Yes, and I raged about this yesterday, and I'm gonna fucking rage
Yeah,
about it
baby,
again.
sorry.
But I had a stack here. General died on it. Swiss goes into attack. I noticed this because I'm watching this shit constantly like a hawk. I moved to put a general on. I get a fucking event popping up right as I'm doing that, so I don't have enough time to fucking do it. Because game fucking lags and I can't move it away, and it's just fucking game, honestly.
It
But yeah,
feels like it's almost hard-coded to do that whenever someone's engaging like a general list stack. It's just, oh, you wanted that event? Well, now
Yeah.
it's there. No general for you.
But
know
yeah,
what's funny?
there's like
Even if your host attaching the generals, and you attach them, it's not even instant. Like they can still decide, oh no, we didn't actually do that.
It can take a couple days, which
Agony.
might be.
this game is bullshit. But yeah, fuck this game. Why do I play this? Infinite ring.
Pretty much.
But yeah, France is pretty rich. I'm stealing a lot of his money because I've got trade ideas, so I can just stick a merchant in there whilst occupying all this shit. It wasn't defending Sicily for some reason, so I got that for free. But like other than that, like I'm just in a fucking awful position here. You know, I can't push. They can't push me. It's gonna be a war of Googly having 50k in the bank and 2 million manpower, and not using it because fucking Googly.
But
You know?
I mean, we could push though, because
You
you have
could.
less manpower than me alone.
Yes, because I've used it all trying to push multiple times. You know, like despite taking so many offensive battles into mountains and retreating and losing, um,
Yeah, and then I tried to do things and fucked it up, and then you got a fort.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
like that's how I've been misplaying. You guys have been misplaying by not assaulting forts back. Like every time you've won a battle on nice, you should have just assaulted Suwannee, you should have assaulted Piedmont, you should have assaulted Liguri, and pushed me out
Should
of
we
Italy.
though? I
Yes,
mean,
because
the
then
point
you'd
is, if
kick me
we'd
out.
done that, no, because you always had 2 more cannon stacks in the back, and if we lost the next battle in a mountain, then you could have taken the fort you tried to take in the first place.
I mean, I wouldn't know
So you
because
had
you guys are supposed to have your own cannon stacks that you can use to stop me from doing that. You know?
well, at least in the start though. I mean, Googly didn't bring that much in terms of
Oh
troops. He
my
brought
god.
like maybe 100k, and it was just me trying to defend my own mountains before
There you go.
Googly pulled more troops back from Ruthenia.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just small brain, but looking at it, if they took a fight and when Circe's lost and retreats out, if they only need to assault like Trevioso,
Yeah, we can cut him off from Italy completely. I tried to do that once and didn't fully commit, and just, almost lost another fort. But
I
it's fine.
accidentally pressed load game Keck Quest, and now my game is frozen. Thank you,
Mate,
Paradox, for this glorious game. There we
this
go.
is gonna crash.
Yeah, now on to the next Papega of the session. Great Britain. Great Britain has done exactly the same as France, except even more Papegally. He's got 1.7 million manpower in the bank, and
Yeah.
despite fighting this war against Ruthenia, did not recruit it.
I physically couldn't.
You're fucking stupid and dumb and gay.
I was spamming mercs the entire time in Scandinavia.
So you build the manpower here and use transports to ferry it over. It's not that hard. It's not that complicated. It only requires minimal brain power to think of doing that, but you can't even fucking do that.
Circus, I did do that. I recruited 1 million troops in Britain.
That's not enough. That's not enough. You need to build 2 million.
I literally didn't have enough hands.
You
And
just
also,
okay,
at
Chris.
the same time, I was getting invaded in fucking Malaysia, and I had fucking rebels in Africa and all that shit.
Chris, watch
Agony.
this. Watch this. I'll tell you how to build 1 million troops. Yeah. You watch it still? Yeah.
Yeah, but there's like a 20-second lag, but yeah.
But I mean, I guess you're just spamming troops now, but you did that in Italy a couple of times, and I just parked a 1 stack killing out of
Yeah, but he does it
100K.
in GB, which is literally
Still.
completely and utterly permanently safe.
Yeah.
Like, and then boom, you've got 1 million
That's
troops. You know, you do that, and you do that again. You got 1.5 million. Do it again, 2 million. You know, it's not that hard to fucking figure out on your head.
No, that part's easy, and that part I did. It's just also being able to transport them over is agony.
Just build more transports then. Fucking hell. Like, how many transports have you got right now? You've got 140.
Wait.
Only 140. Oh my god, what is wrong with you, Chris? Honestly. Oh.
How
No wonder
many-
that was so fucking cancer then.
How
Jeez.
many what's his naval force limit?
546.
And how much can you take from your colonies in sailor investments?
I didn't even notice sailors in there again because I think I've got quite a few.
I mean, you've got 106,000. You could
You
just
could
make
get
like a.
5k from USA.
I know when
3k.
Erling played, what he did was he had like a 500 transport fleet doomstack just filled with mercs,
Oh god.
and he just doomstack teleported that everywhere. So even if you engaged that and beat him, he would just lose some mercs, but they'd always end up retreating to a British port where he needs them at, which is quite retarded.
But yeah, GB is a
Dave, I
Papega
had a
and he's
great
got so much
idea.
manpower and he's such a
Ah.
brain that you can't recruit at all.
I had a fun idea. You make 2,000 transports.
Yeah.
And you put a huge fucking saga of infantry in there. Make
Yeah.
all your shit coastal. Whenever someone seizes you, if they siege you with less than 200k, you can just insta wipe them.
Yes, this is correct. You can do
Yeah.
that. You
Can
could
do.
do this. There's literally nothing stopping you from doing that, Chris. You should do this. I encourage you to do it. It'll be funny. I'll laugh.
I mean, the thing though is, it's going to take him a fuck ton of time to build 2,000.
I mean, oh, how many coastal provinces does he have? Like 200 or something, maybe?
Well, if you count the colonies, let's say he has like 300.
Okay.
That means he needs to make eight. He needs to make 8 cycles to, well, 7 cycles to get his 2k. Minus his.
So it's.
But
Let's
it's
say
how much they make a year. It's like half a year to make each one. So okay, you can do it in 4 years.
it's 500 days.
Oh, is it 500 days to make one?
Oh, that's he's got war exhaustion. If he just like birds this
Oh, yeah.
down, you know,
Okay, then yeah, it'll take quite a bit.
then yeah, it'll take 300, 400
10
days at
years
the
in
max.
current
Yeah,
state.
10 years. So you know, 10 years isn't a long period of time. I've been fighting this war with Swiss and France for 10 years, and it's felt like a lot longer because I've been fucking inting the entire time, you know. But yeah, thank you all for coming to my Frogcast. And
You're not going to show us the colonies.
why would I show you the fucking colonies? I hate the colonies.
Can you have a look at
Because-
another manpower that I did for them? I just want to have a look.
Okay, fine. Let's have a look at the manpower. USA, tag CO5. He's got 500,000 manpower. He's got 28k in the bank, 500k manpower, just not being used despite the fact he's in this war. He's got max marks, of course, but like still, there's a shit ton of infantry you could build. Papega, just build us a fucking infantry for God's sake. Why do so many people just not build their manpower infantry? It's so fucking stupid, and it takes so little effort to do so. Honestly.
One thing we learned was that the colonies are basically terrorists because they just turn up in boats and just siege some random province, and it would be so much more. It would be so much more worse if they did it with like a 500k stack, just assault move. It would be horrible.
Yes.
I'm pretty happy they've only done it with 80k stacks because I can just send a 200 after them.
Okay, I'm not sure why Canada has this shit. He's not allowed that. I'm pretty sure because that's in the.
Yeah, that was an accident.
It was an accident.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
He occupied.
Yeah,
it,
I
and
see. I
then
see. Yeah.
I need to fix up the mod to disallow that. I thought I'd had it sorted, but apparently not.
But yeah, colonies have got a 20% increase in cost for
Yeah,
everything.
I'll
I
be
think.
removing that. I'll be adjusting those numbers.
Okay.
Realize that power cost is not good for the game.
Congo. I almost into Congo.
yeah.
Yes, Victor.
Congo's a nice, wholesome guy. I think he's not said much to me. And he's moved his trade node to Zanzibar.
Yep.
So at the moment he's making lots of money from this. I'm not sure why he sold Cape of Good Hope to Chris.
Me neither, to be honest.
Yeah, like I told him, don't
I'll
do
take
this.
it.
Yeah, of course you'll take it. Like, but yeah,
Lovelace.
but Congo's just been sat here the entire game, deving his shit. He's got a lot of money in the bank. Not too many mill buildings, but he's got most of his training fields. And
If he built a
It's
bunch
spawn
of light
enlightenment.
ships, he could privateer bomb Chris pretty hard.
He
in
could.
Cape of Good Hope.
Yeah.
Make a pretty penny.
Mhm.
It's not making that much right now because all my Malay stuff is occupied. But yeah, it's money before.
He's building manufactories in land instead of coring it. What a fucking
Hey,
Chad,
Chad.
honestly. But
Fuck
yeah,
scoring it.
thank you all for coming to my Frogcast. I appreciate the views and I appreciate the people who come in with me and shit talk with me. See you all next week.
Thanks for
See
the
you later.
podcast. See ya.
Beautiful.